children, I am Shubhajit and welcome back. In the previous session, you have learnt about circuit arrangements. Now, in this video, let us gather some information on the heating effect of current, electric power and electrical energy. Learning outcomes. At the end of this session, you will be able to understand about heating effect of electric current, Joule's law of heating, practical applications of heating effect of electric current, electric power, electrical energy. Keywords: heating effect, Joule's law of heating, electric energy, the energy generated by the movement of electrons from one point to another. Electric power. Before starting the session, let us look at this concept map. We know that a battery or a cell is a source of electrical energy. The chemical reaction within the cell generates the potential difference between its two terminals that sets the electrons in motion to flow the current through a resistor or a system of resistors connected to the battery. To maintain the current, the source has to keep expending its energy. Where does this energy go? A part of the energy from the source can be converted into useful work, like in rotating the blades of an electric fan, and the rest will be converted into heat energy. Thus, the passage of electric current through a wire results in the production of heat. We often observe this in our everyday life. For example, an electric fan becomes warm if used continuously for a longer time. On the other hand, if the electric circuit is purely resistive, that is, configuration of resistors are only connected to a battery as the source, energy continually gets dissipated entirely in the form of heat. This is known as the heating effect of electric current. This effect is utilized in devices such as electric heaters, electric iron, etc. Consider a current I flowing through a resistor of resistance R. Let the potential difference across it be V. Let T be the time during which a charge Q flows across. The work done in moving the charge Q across the ends of the resistor with a potential difference of V is VQ. While doing this work, the energy spent by the source gets dissipated in the resistor as heat. Thus, the heat produced in the resistor is H equals to W equals to VQ. You know that the relation between the charge and current is Q equals to IT. Using this, we get H equals to V I T. From Ohm's law, V is equals to IR. Hence, we have H equals to I square RT. This is known as Joule's law of heating. Joule's law of heating states that the heat produced in any resistor is number 1, directly proportional to the square of the current passing through the resistor. Number 2, directly proportional to the resistance of the resistor. Number 3, directly proportional to the time for which the current is passing through the resistor. The heating effect of electric current has many useful applications. The electric laundry iron, electric toaster, electric oven, electric kettle, and electric heater are some of the familiar devices based on Joule's heating. The electric heating is also used to produce light, as in an electric bulb. In electric bulbs, a small wire is used known as filament. The filament is made up of a material whose melting point is very high. When current passes through this wire, heat is produced in the filament. When the filament is heated, it glows and gives out light. Tungsten is commonly used material to make the filament in the bulbs. Another common application of Joule's heating is a fuse used in electric circuit. It protects circuits and appliances by stopping the flow of high electric current. The fuse is placed in series with the device. It consists of a piece of wire made of a metal or an alloy of appropriate melting point, for example, aluminium, copper, iron, lead, etc. If a current larger than the specified value flows through the circuit, the temperature of the fuse wire increases. This melts the fuse wire and breaks the circuit. The fuse wire is usually encased in a cartridge of porcelain or similar material with metal ends. In general, power is defined as the rate of doing work or the rate of spending energy. Similarly, electric power is defined as the rate of consumption of electrical energy. It represents the rate at which the electrical energy is converted into some other form of energy. The work done W to move the charge across the ends of the conductor is given by the equation W is equals to VIT, where power P equals to work by time equals to VIT by T, P is equals to VI. Thus, the electric power is the product of the electric current and the potential difference due to which the current passes in a circuit. The SI unit of electric power is watt. When a current of 1 ampere passes across the ends of a conductor, which is at a potential difference of 1 volt, then the electric power is P equals to 1 volt into 1 ampere equals to 1 watt. The unit of watt is very small. Therefore, in actual practice, we use a much larger unit called kilowatt. It is equal to 1000 watts. Electrical energy is the product of power and time. The unit of electric energy is, therefore, watt-hour. 1 watt-hour is the energy consumed when 1 watt of power is used for 1 hour. The commercial unit of electric energy is kilowatt, commonly known as a unit. 1 kilowatt hour equals to 1000 watt into 36,000 second equals to 3.6 into 10 to the power of 6 watt second equals to 3.6 into 10 to the power 6 joule. Points to remember. Number 1. The electrical energy dissipated in a resistor is given by W equals to V into I into T. Number 2. Joule's law of heating is H equals to I square RT. Point number 3. The electric laundry, electric toaster, electric oven, electric kettle and electric heater are some of the familiar devices based on Joule's heating. Number 4. Electric power is the product of the potential difference and the current. SI unit of power is watt. Number 5. Electrical energy is the product of power and time. The commercial unit of electrical energy is kilowatt hour. 1 kilowatt hour equals to 36 lakh joule equals to 3.6 into 10 to the power of 6 joule.